are the Alclair ELECTRO custom molded in-ear monitors. They're basically a super fancy set of earbuds, but what exactly makes them so fancy? Well, for starters, noise cancellation? Yeah, I know, it's old news. It's been around for forever, but these do it in an extremely unique way. These are actually something that I've been dreaming about owning for over 12 years now. So after 12 years of thinking about it and dreaming about it and saving my nickels, do they actually live up to my expectations? Like I said, these are in-ear monitors by Alclair. This particular model is known as the Electros, but basically they're really high-end earbuds, but we call them monitors because they're fancy. These are specifically designed for professionals working in the music industry and the live production industry, but I think that there's a very real need for them in the video production industry and the creator economy, but more on that in just a little bit. Also, really quick, this video is not sponsored by Alclair. They did make these monitors custom for me and send them to me for this review, but they are getting zero input. They're not seeing this video before it goes live. All of the thoughts and opinions included in this review are my own. Okay, moving on. These particular monitors have 6 drivers in each earbud, which loosely translates to 6 teeny tiny little speakers crammed into each earbud. Now, why is this important? Well, with music, you have multiple frequencies, or you may know them as treble, mids, or bass, like what you can adjust when you're listening to music in your car. Typically, you don't want all of those frequencies coming from just one speaker. That's when things start to sound muddy and just not very good. In a perfect world, you want each individual frequency to have its own speaker, and that's when your music really starts to sound clear and balanced. Make sense? Now here's where these puppies really shine. They are custom molded to fit my ears. Now, what does that mean? Well, basically it means I went to an audiologist and had impressions made of my inner ears. I took those impressions, stuck them in a box, and shipped them to Alclair, and then they designed these acrylic monitors to be the exact shape of my ear canal. Now, we'll talk about in just a minute why having custom molded in-ears is so important, but the key takeaway from this part is that 2 to 4 weeks. That's the expected wait time to get your monitors back from Alclair. In my case, it was like 3 weeks and some change, but that's the process because these monitors are being handmade to fit your ears specifically. That process takes a little time. But when they finally showed up, there was this look, for 12 years now, I've been dreaming of owning this product for over 12 years now, since I took my first full-time gig at a little mom and pop church in Mississippi. And now they're finally here. They're sitting on my desk in front of me. And there was a small part of me that almost didn't want to open the... No, I'm just kidding. Of course I wanted to open. Can you imagine? You imagine all this time I don't open the package? Now, when you order your monitors, they're going to show up in a little cylindrical aluminum case like this. It's got a little lid on the top. It threads off, and that's where you keep them. It's great. It's very well built. I like the fact that it's made of aluminum, not plastic, so it definitely feels durable, like you could really put this thing through the ringer. But Alclair was generous enough to include one of their hard shell Pelican cases for me, and they even personalized it with my username on the front of the case at the Jared Winkler. They also sent their 50-inch Pro replacement cable, which was super nice because the premium copper cable that ships standard with the Electros is just a little short for my use cases, so the additional length that you get with a 50-inch cable, for me, it's perfect. Okay, the burning question, how do they sound?
Holla, why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me, you waiting on the boy to...
Oh my God. When I tell you, I have never listened through a pair of, there is no exaggeration, and there's no way for me to prove it to you because you can't wear them because they're custom fit to my ears. Whoa! It makes so much sense now. I've never understood what the qualitative difference would be. I don't think I can put my thoughts into words just yet. I have never, ever heard music like this before in my life. The clarity is genuinely hard to describe. It sounds like the singer is standing right in front of my face, like the person singing in the song is standing like 12 inches from my face. And I think the Electros were a perfect choice for me, namely because they have a mostly flat frequency response, which loosely translates to the bass, the mids, and the treble are all even. No one is exaggerated over the others. Now, this is perfect if I'm only using them for video production, but there was just a tinge of concern as to whether or not they would have enough low end or bass. I do intend to use these for playing drums or casually listening to music, and for both of those instances, I like to feel just a little bit of a thump, but I am happy to report that these have the perfect amount of low end. It's smooth, it's warm, it's not too punchy. It is exactly how I want my music to sound. My use cases for these monitors is practically limitless. I plan to use them when I'm mixing audio, or if I'm monitoring audio on set, or casual music listening, or if I'm actually playing music, like playing drums. I love to play drums, and one of the biggest problems that I have when I play drums is that my ears always want to fall out. But the custom molds, that completely eliminates that problem. I don't ever have to worry about that again, and that is such a small but really significant luxury. But I'm also really stoked to use these for editing my videos, especially considering I have a very unique audio problem when it comes to filming videos in the studio. But before I tell you about that problem, first things first, I'm gonna take a little break. Been filming for a little while now. Take a little break. I'm gonna listen to a little music through my super fancy dancy monitors, and I'm gonna listen to music from the sponsor of today's video, the best music provider out there, Artlist. How's that for a segue? That was something, huh? I mean, just like super smooth. It is genuinely difficult to quantify how often I use Artlist and how just tremendously lost I would be were it not for their services. Every single video I make involves Artlist to some extent, whether it shows up here on YouTube or it goes to Instagram or it goes to TikTok now that they've been reinstated. Don't get me started. The whole TikTok thing is really confusing. No matter what, if I make a video and I send it to my grandma, Artlist probably played a hand in producing that video. Namely because they have an enormous catalog of music, and it's literally being updated every single day, and that really plays to my favor because I change this song multiple times throughout my videos. That's how I help to continue the pacing. It's how I help to change scenes. It's something that has become synonymous with my videos. But beyond music, they have sound effects and stock footage and LUTs and overlays and presets and AI voice. I mean, like, just when you think they're done, they keep on going. And just to be perfectly clear, I don't just use their music, I use literally everything I just listed off. I'm a big fan of sound design. It's one of my favorite parts of making videos. So having access to this just gigantic catalog of sound effects is like, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Okay, bring it down. You see what you do to me, Artlist? You're getting me wound up right now. So here's what they're doing. There's a link down in the description of this video. If you click on that link and you sign up for an annual subscription of Artlist, you get 2 months completely free. So you're only paying for 10 months instead of the full 12 months. Not to mention, when you use that link, you're helping to support this channel, helping me to continue working with sponsors like Artlist, and that ultimately helps me to continue making videos like these. So again, thank you to Artlist for sponsoring this video, for sponsoring this channel. Let me show you the audio problem that just buckle up, okay? You buckle up, you, all right? Talking to you, buckle up. Put your, that's a bad buckle. You know what I'm talking about. Put your seatbelt on. Okay, so here's the problem I have. Do you hear that hum? That's the sound of a water-powered generator on the other side of that wall, and it never, ever, ever stops. Ever. And as you can imagine, that makes filming videos in this studio rather difficult because that hum shows up in all of the audio. But fortunately for me, that hum lives in a very specific frequency range, and that's where these monitors come into the picture. You see, when I'm editing my videos, I use a processor called a parametric equalizer. You may know this as EQ, or bass, mids, and treble. Now, once you start delving a little deeper into the world of audio, you start to discover that there's all sorts of other frequencies beyond just bass, mids, and treble. You have your lows, you have your low mids, you have your mids, you have your high mids, and then you have your highs. So when it comes to the hum in my studio, I use the parametric equalizer to look along the frequencies, figure out where that hum is at, and then notch it down. Now, fortunately, I can visibly see that node to know where to notch in the parametric equalizer, but using a pair of high fidelity monitors ensures that I eliminated all of that frequency without damaging the overall audio. And these types of audio issues happen all the time when I'm filming videos, not just here in the studio, but outdoors as well. Sometimes maybe there's a generator running over here, maybe somebody's car is running and it's squeaking over here. If you're not monitoring your audio during the actual production of the video, you'll have all of these super annoying little problems to deal with when you're trying to edit your video. Like I mentioned earlier, these are custom molded to my ears, and if you haven't already guessed, that's due to noise cancellation, but these are the truest form of noise canceling earbuds. Let me explain. You see, with noise canceling headphones, they have tiny little microphones on the outside of the headphones. These microphones listen to the outside noise. They feed that information into a teeny tiny little computer in the headphones. It then analyzes the frequency and pumps out an exact polar opposite of that frequency through the drivers into your ears. Now, because that frequency is the exact opposite to the frequency outside of our headphones, our brain perceives that as silence. Now, if you didn't already know, audio is basically just sound waves moving through the air. So let's say, for argument's sake, that this is a frequency. This is noise, this is sound, this is everything we hear around us. What noise canceling headphones do is they analyze this frequency and then they pump into the headphones an exact opposite but equal to frequency, thusly canceling them both out. So the red line is the audio happening outside of your headphones, the green line is what the headphones pump into your ears, and your brain essentially perceives the both of them together as the blue line, or silence. Lots and lots of technology and science and research and calculations, all just to eliminate outside noise, whereas these have none of that. They provide what I like to call analog noise cancellation. So the custom mold of the monitors creates a perfect seal of my ear canal, thus keeping all of the outside noise outside. It's simple, elegant, and effective. And you pair that with the audio technology that provides a sound quality unlike anything you've ever heard, and they are literally unmatched, and that is why they're so expensive. But before we talk about the price, let me answer a burning question that even I had before ordering the Alclairs, which is, will they be replacing my AirPods? And the simple answer is no. Now, don't get me wrong, the Alclairs sound infinitely better. I mean, it's not even a competition. They sound so much better than AirPods or any other wireless headphones could ever hope to sound. Again, it's not even a competition, not to mention the fact that you never have to charge Alclairs because they don't require any sort of batteries. But to be honest, I don't really use AirPods for the audio quality. I use them for the convenience. It's super nice that they do have noise canceling, and the noise canceling is phenomenal, but you can also turn the noise canceling off, and now I can hear everything around me, and that's super convenient if I'm riding my one wheel, or if I'm riding the Jackrabbit, or if I'm having a conversation with somebody. It's convenient. Not to mention, I can take phone calls. I'm so tired. Look, it's 2025. We shouldn't be having to take phone calls like this anymore. Put your AirPods in, set your phone down, be completely hands-free. I can talk as though the person is standing in front of me. Convenient. I love the convenience of AirPods. But Alclair isn't really competing with AirPods or really any other wireless headphone manufacturers. These monitors are designed for people who use their ears for a living, people who need to hear with absolute clarity. They are designed for professionals working in the music or the live production or the video production industry. They're not designed to be convenient. They're designed to sound incredible and to help you do your job. So comparing them with a set of $200 wireless earbuds is completely unfair because they're both targeted towards two completely different people and two completely different use cases. Okay, the price. The Alclair ELECTROs are $1,799. And I already know what you're thinking. If you're even still watching at this point in the video, I know what you're thinking. Wow, that is good night. That's a lot of money. And you're exactly right. It is a lot of money. They are really expensive monitors, but if you are producing super high quality, high production audio and video projects, it's a worthwhile expense because $1,800 is a drop in the bucket. You could spend thousands upon thousands of dollars paying an editor in post-production just trying to fix audio problems that you didn't even realize you had from the day of production because you weren't clearly monitoring your audio. This could save you a ton of editing time and revisions if you'll just purchase quality equipment on the first pass. And I already know what you're thinking, Jared, that's really easy for you to say because Alclair sent you those monitors for free. And you're right, they did. And I'm extremely grateful that they did. But what you may not realize is that I've been saving my nickels for years now with the intentions of purchasing a pair for myself for this exact reason. For the same reason I spent a lot of money on quality cameras and lenses and my MacBook. I could edit this entire video on a MacBook Air, but it would probably take me 3 times as long to edit the video, which delays how long it takes for me to make another video. Okay, if you will spend the money on quality tools on the front end, it will save you a ton of time and a ton of money on the back end. Simple as that. But let's say you don't have the budget for something like this. What are your options? Well, there's a few actually. First off, Alclair has a whole line of custom molded in-ear monitors, some of which are a fraction of the cost of these. With Alclair, you can get into a pair of custom molded in-ear monitors for as little as $400. Although, I would caution you that before you pull the trigger on a pair of custom molded in-ear monitors, check the specs. Make sure that the drivers and the frequency response fits the bill for how you intend to use them before you spend that kind of money on them. But let's say $400 is still too pricey. Then what? Well, then I would recommend you check out Alclair's universal fit monitors. These are just like regular old earbuds that pretty much anybody can wear, but they still deliver that super clear frequency response, but at the sacrifice of the noise cancellation. Now, if that's not a problem for you, these are a great option. In fact, Alclair actually surprised me with a pair of universal monitors. I didn't ask for them. They sent me the UV2s to test out, and I can attest you're still getting that same level of audio quality, although, again, you're sacrificing the custom molds. But maybe earphones just aren't for you, and if that's the case, I don't know why you clicked on this video, and I certainly don't know why you watched it this far. But for argument's sake, let's say that's you. In that case, I would say look into a set of reference monitors. These are just large speakers that sit on your desk. If you're not really interested in earbuds and you still want that high fidelity sound that you would get with a set of molded in-ear monitors, then yeah, reference monitors are a great option. They're a little pricey, but they're a great option. So all in all, I cannot recommend Alclair's services, their in-ear monitors, enough. This is a product that I will literally start using on pretty much every project I ever edit, whether it be something here for YouTube or maybe a freelance project, or if I'm monitoring audio on set. I genuinely believe that these are a worthwhile investment for anyone looking to step up the overall audio quality and production value of their videos. So a huge thank you to Alclair for sending me these in-ear monitors. Also, thank you to Artlist for sponsoring this video. You guys are amazing as per usual. What do you think? Do you like in-ear monitors? Do you own a pair? Do you have molds? Do you have universal? Let me know down in the comments below, and I want to chat with you guys. I love commenting and talking back with you guys once you let me know your feedback down in the comment section. If you're not already, make it a point to subscribe to the channel, do all the things. But yeah, in the meantime, have a fun rest of your day. I think I'm gonna finish my coffee and get back to Well, actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I'm working on this video for so long, I genuinely don't know what's next. What should I do next? That's what you need to comment down in the description of the video. Okay, thanks. Love you guys. Bye.